Very good morning, children. Children, in our last lecture, we had started with lesson number 7, nutrition and diet. Now we'll just revise what we did in the last session, and then after that, we will continue with the session. Okay, children? So, first of all, I had shown you some foodstuffs, right? Then we had seen that living things take food and water and use them for a variety of purposes, like first and foremost is obtaining energy, next growth of the body, third to carry out day to day functions of the body, and last but not the least to fight the diseases. Okay, children? Then we had seen that there are 6 main nutrients in our food. Which are they? Yes, they are carbohydrates, fats, proteins, fibers, vitamins, and minerals. Okay? Now, these nutrients are obtained from different foodstuffs that we all eat, and they are in differing proportions. Okay? Then we saw about first nutrient, that is carbohydrates. Okay? Carbohydrates is the main need of energy. Okay? It supplies energy. Okay? So our diet should contain a large proportion of cereals in the form of rice, chapati, roti, bhakri, and bread. And all of these have a vast amount of carbohydrates. Okay? Cereals are our staple food. Then we saw about fats. Okay? Children like carbohydrates, fats to provide us with energy requirement. Okay? And the examples of fatty foods are oil, ghee, butter, etc. Okay? We had also seen that heat is measured in kilocalories. Okay? Hence, the energy in the food items is also measured in kilocalories. Okay? We had seen that children of growing age need to get approximately 2000 to 2500 calories they all eat, okay, from the food. Next we had seen about proteins. Children, why do we need proteins? We need proteins for the purposes of growth, repairing the wear and tear of the body, and for other life processes. We get proteins from the sprouts, milk, and milk products, meat and eggs in the food. Okay? Next we had talked about vitamins and minerals. Okay? Why are the vitamins and minerals and fiber needed in our diet? They are needed to improve the body's resistance to disease and for other life processes. Okay? And the source of these are mainly vegetables and fruits. Children, we require vitamins and minerals in small quantities, but their deficiency can lead to various severe diseases. Okay? Then we had seen about different minerals like iron, calcium, phosphorus, then iodine, sodium, and potassium. okay, their functions, their sources, and the deficiency diseases caused by them. Okay, then we had seen about vitamins. There are two kinds of vitamins, water soluble and water insoluble. The water soluble vitamins are vitamin B and vitamin C. And of these, vitamin B is further divided into vitamin B1, B2, B3, B6, B9 and B12. Okay? Then water insoluble vitamins are in the form of soluble fatty substances, okay, and they are stored in the body. Vitamins A, D, E and K are the water insoluble vitamins. Okay, children? Yes. Then we had seen about the vitamins, their sources, their function and their deficiency diseases. Okay, children? Then we had also seen about what is goiter, scurvy and rickets. Okay, a scientist called as Casimir Funk, okay, he was in Poland, Europe. Okay, he had read that people who eat brown rice were less likely to get beriberi than those who eat full mealed rice. Okay, then we saw about probiotics. What is probiotics? Probiotics are nothing but useful microorganisms which convert milk into yogurt. Okay, and their presence is very much essential for our growth, for our health. Okay, hence to maintain them in the body, we should include probiotics like yogurt and buttermilk in our daily diet. Okay, now we will see about this session. This was all about the last session that we had seen. Okay, now we'll see about something called as a balanced diet. Okay, what is a balanced diet? All that we consume during the day is together what is called as a diet. Okay, a diet containing adequate quantities of all the nutrients is called as a balanced diet. Okay, children? To build a strong and healthy body, you need all the nutrients in the right proportion and in sufficient quantities in your daily diet. Okay? What is the significance, that is importance of balanced diet? First, an increased capacity to work. Second, good physical and mental health. Third, increased capacity to fight or resist the diseases. And fourth, they help in proper growth of the body. Okay, children? Now here in figure 7.6, you can see a balanced diet pyramid. Okay, the one that is needed in vast amount is cereals and pulses. Then comes fruits and vegetables. Then is milk products, meat, fish, okay, then eggs, etc. And the last is fatty substance, that is oil, ghee and butter. Okay, but children, apart from having a balanced diet, we also need to exercise regularly to keep ourselves fit and healthy. Okay, children? Now we'll see how to get a balanced diet. Okay? To ensure that we get a balanced diet from the food we all eat, we can make a food pyramid. Okay, all the food which we all eat is classified into various groups. Okay, the space allotted to each food group in the pyramid depends upon the proportion in which it should be included in our diet. For example, just see cereals and pulses that we should include daily in our diet. Okay, next comes the fruits and vegetables. They should be included lesser than the cereals and the pulses. Then comes milk, protein, okay, fish, eggs, etc. And the last is fatty substances. Okay, they are required in least amount. Okay, hence we can choose foods from each group daily according to the space allotted to it in the pyramid. Okay, and if we choose some items from each group in the right proportion according to pyramid shown, we can make sure that we are getting a balanced diet. Okay, children. Next we'll see about what is a fiber. Okay, if we all select a daily diet which includes vegetables, fruits, sprouts and cereals according to the pyramid, we will also get fiber in sufficient quantity. Okay, children. If our need for nutrients is met through the food we all eat, the nutrients are better utilized in our body. And hence, the best way to good health is taking a balanced diet and avoiding the deficiency of any nutrient. Okay, children? Next, we come to what is water. Okay, along with all other nutrients, the body also needs adequate supply of water. Means, children, if you all eat healthy food but you are not drinking sufficient water, then there is no use. Okay, you will not be nutrition, you will be malnutritioned. Okay, due to lack of water. For this purpose, we must drink milk, buttermilk, lemon juice, sharbats, fruit juices, plenty of water. Okay, children. Next we'll see about the term malnutrition and overnutrition. Okay, children, you can see in figure 7.7, the left side boy is termed as malnutrition, whereas the right side boy is termed as overnutrition. Okay, now we'll see what is this actually. Malnutrition occurs when the nutrients that the body needs are not obtained in the proper proportions from the diet. Okay, and this happens when a person does not get sufficient food or when the diet is not balanced. Okay, and on the other hand, if one's diet exceeds one's need, then it is called as overnutrition. Okay, next we'll see about junk food. Okay, children, what do you mean by junk food? Junk foods are those foods which do not supply all the necessary nutrients. Okay, children? Chocolates, noodles, burgers, pizzas, chips, bottled soft drinks, attractively packaged snacks, ready fried foodstuffs available in the market such as vadas, pakoras, etc. are very much tasty, right, children? And we like them so much, right? However, These foodstuffs contained refined flour, sugar, and oil in large proportions. Okay, when refined flour is made from wheat or when sugar is made from sugarcane, many nutrients in the wheat or sugarcane are lost in the process. Okay, hence all we get from these foods is energy and our hunger is satisfied. Okay, but these foodstuffs do not provide us with nutrients that are needed for our growth and development. Okay, naturally, if we eat a lot of junk foods, we will get insufficient quantities of items from other food groups. Okay, and if this happens frequently, our body soon experiences a shortage of proteins, vitamins, and minerals that may lead to malnutrition. Okay, junk food eaten frequently also causes obesity, means a person grows fat. Okay, and obesity is not good for health, since if we are obese, then we are inviting a variety of diseases to our body. Okay, so children, you all should avoid eating junk food. The junk food tastes the best, but it is not good for our health. Okay, all such foods that do not supply all the necessary nutrients are called as junk food. Okay, next, how to avoid obesity. That is what you should do, that is tick marked, and what you should not do, that is in wrong mark. Okay, now we'll see about what should we do. Okay, the first and foremost thing is we should have a balanced diet. Next, eat whole grains. Eat fruits and vegetables with their skins. Increase the use of bicycles and play more outdoor games. Okay, and what you should not do is that do not eat if you are not hungry. Do not watch TV while eating. Do not use motor vehicles for traveling a short distance, and avoid pre-cooked packaged foods. Okay, you should not do all this. Okay, children. Next, we come to a term called as adulteration of food. Okay, in order to earn more profits, cheaper substances of low quality are mixed with the foodstuffs. These substances are called as adulterants, and adding them to the foodstuffs is called as adulteration of food. Okay, adulterants may even be poisonous or harmful to our health. Okay, such adulterated food is impure and harmful, and also it is unfit for the consumption. Okay, what are adulterants? Adulterants are the substances used to adulterate the food, and they are such that they can be remained unnoticed even when mixed with the food. Okay, children, here are some food items and the adulterants mixed in them. Okay, first is milk, water, chemicals like urea and starch are added to it as adulterants. Okay, chili powder, brick powder, powdered pumpkin, peppercorns, papaya seeds, then ice cream, washing soda, paper pulp, rice, small white stones, peanuts, reddish pebbles or stones. Okay, children. But children, always remember that adulteration of food is a severe crime. Okay, you should not adulterate food. Now, children, we have come to the end of our chapter, and now we'll see in short what have we learned. Nutrition is a process of taking food and water and using them to obtain energy and for the purposes of growth and other bodily functions. Okay, a diet containing all the nutrients in the right quantity is called as a balanced diet. Carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins, and minerals and fiber are the nutrients in the food. A balanced diet includes the nutrients in the right quantities. Okay, the food pyramid helps us to choose a balanced diet. Whether a person is malnourished or has deficiency diseases depends upon the proportion of the foods taken. Junk food gives us energy but not other nutrients, and an adulterated food is impure and harmful to the health. Okay, children, with this we have finished chapter number 7. Thank you.